Hello guys, Softony here, and in today's tutorial we will be making a dynamic wavy background that looks really great and it's not difficult to create. We will be using shape layers and a few effects to achieve a top animation in a simple way. And before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming video clips. And without any further ado, let's jump into After Effects and start creating. Alright, we're here in After Effects, and first, like always, let's create new composition. Hit on this little icon or Control or Command plus N on your keyboard. Of course, this is gonna be final composition 1920 by 1080, 30 frames per second. And for the duration, let's go 10 seconds. Hit OK, and now let's create background. Go right click to create new solid layer. I will rename this one to background, of course, 1920 by 1080 also, and then hit OK. Now I will turn off this background and let's create our shape. Hit Q on your keyboard or go and find this rectangle tool icon and find ellipse tool, and let's create random shape. Make sure to unselect the background. OK, hold Ctrl Shift and Alt on your keyboard and draw a perfect circle like this. OK, this is gonna be shape layer 1. Make sure that our stroke is set to none. If this is turned on, just hit Alt and then left mouse click to turn off this option, and now Alt on this option to turn on fill. OK, now go here in Effects and Preset, and if you can't find Effects and Presets, just go Window and you will find Effects and Presets here. Now let's type Fill Effect and just drag and drop onto the shape layer 1. Let's change color to this pure white color. Hit OK. Now let's duplicate this shape layer 1. Hit Ctrl plus D or go Edit and then Duplicate. Hit P for position and move it to somewhere around here. And let's also change color to maybe this gray color. OK. And let's duplicate this once again. Ctrl plus D. Hit P for position and move it also to the right side. And let's change color to pure black color. Now hit OK, and now let's grab shape layer 1 all the way up to shape layer 3, hit Ctrl plus D for a few times and just random reposition it here in our scene, like so. I will just repeat the process for a few times. OK, for me this is looking cool. Ctrl plus D once again. And now let's reposition the shape random in our final comp like this, just drag and drop. Move it all the way from one side to another side, like so. Just play around to get random shapes, random circles. OK. And now, as you can see, we have randomized the order of our circle shape. Now let's select from the shape layer 01 all the way to the top, and let's pre-compose. Go right click, find here pre-compose. Those are gonna be circles, and then hit OK. Now let's make a movement for this composition. Go here at 10 seconds, hit P for position, set up the first keyframe, then go all the way to 0 frames and let's move it to the left side like so. OK, now go here in the Effects and Preset and find Motion Tile Effect, drag and drop onto the circles, and here for the output width and output height, let's type 300, like so, and also turn on this Mirror Edges option. And as you can see, we have this basic animation. Alright, now let's pre-compose these circles composition once again. Go right click, pre-compose. Those are gonna be circles plus elements. Make sure to select this second option, move all attributes into the new composition and adjust composition duration, and then hit OK. And now let's also import another effect. First effect that we're gonna add here is turbulent displace. OK, drag and drop onto this new composition, and for the next effect let's add directional blur. Also drag and drop onto the composition, and here for the blur length let's type 700, and for the third effect let's add twirl effect. Drag and drop also on this new composition, and here you can play around with the angle. If we turn on this background solid layer, now we have shape like this. OK, let's play around here with the angle and radius. For the angle, let's go to maybe around 65, and for the twirl radius, let's go to around 100. Now let's also turn on this background, and as you can see, our animation is looking great. Hit 0, and this is looking cool. Now what we can do is to duplicate the circle plus elements, hit Ctrl plus D and find here suitable blending modes. You can play around with overlay or add. I will do maybe color dodge or so. And this is looking awesome. You can also hit T for the opacity, play around with also this option, maybe to go around 65, and this is looking great. Now let's pre-compose these circles plus elements to compositions once again. Select them, go right click, pre-compose. Those are gonna be shapes. Okay, make sure to move all attributes into the new composition, hit OK. And hit S for scaling just to make sure that our animation is expanding all the way through the composition boundaries, like so. Maybe to go around 108, like so. And this is looking great. Now let's create circle. Let's duplicate this shape's composition, hit Ctrl plus D. This is gonna be circle. Okay, now select this composition and let's hold Ctrl Shift and Alt, but before that let's select this option, find ellipse tool and hold Ctrl Shift and Alt to draw a perfect circle here in the middle, like so. Okay, this is looking great. Now go here in effects and preset, find ramp effect, drag and drop onto this circle composition, and let's go for the start of the ramp to somewhere around here, end of the ramp to the somewhere around here. Okay, now let's go select the circle composition once again, go right click, find here layer styles, go and find inner shadow, like so. Open up this inner shadow and basically you can play around here with the distance, choke, size and everything else. I will do something like this maybe. This is looking cool. Now go right click again, find layer styles, go and find bevel and emboss, open up this option and basically let's lower down size to maybe around 2. You can also play around with the soften option, global lights and so many more. Now we have also cool bevel and this is looking great. Hit 0 and our animation is looking cool. Now let's also make expression for this circle, hit P for position, hold Alt on your keyboard and then left mouse click on this stopwatch and let's type here wiggle, open and close bracket and type here 0.4, 45. Now let's hit 0 again here in the finals and now we have also cool movement of this circle shape. Now let's also turn on titles and action save. Okay, hit Q on your keyboard and go and let's find here rectangle tool. Now make sure that our fill is set to none, hold Alt left mouse click and stroke set to 1 pixel and just draw a rectangle like this. Okay, this is looking cool. Now let's go and turn off those titles and action save. This is gonna be line. Okay, go here on add, find trim paths. Now open up this trim path option, go to around 10 seconds, set up the first keyframe for start, and then go to the 0 frames and let's type here 100. Hit 0 again, and now we have also cool animation of our line. It's up to you if you want to add it. For me, this is looking great. Now let's add adjustment layer, go right click to create first adjustment layer. This is gonna be exposure. Okay, go here in the effects and preset again, find exposure effect, drag and drop onto the adjustment layer and you can play around here with the exposure, maybe to go 0.15 or so. Now let's create another adjustment layer and this is gonna be hue and saturation. Find here hue and saturation effect, drag and drop onto the adjustment layer and here you can colorize our scene. Select this option and basically play around here with all of the hue option, colorize saturation, and this is looking cool. Maybe to go this green color, hit 0 and our animation is looking great. What you can do is to duplicate this hue adjustment layer, go and find blending mode. Let's try overlay and now as you can see we have those strong colors. Hit T for opacity, let's go to around 50%, hit 0 and our animation is looking great. And for the final effect, let's go to create new adjustment layer again. This is gonna be unsharp mask. Go here in effects and preset, find unsharp mask, drag and drop onto the adjustment layer and let's add a bit of sharpness on our scene. Okay, this is with and this is without this effect and this is looking great. Alright guys, this was everything for today's tutorial. This was a cool and easy technique to create cool and awesome background, and you can also experiment with all of those effects and options to get the results that you want. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. Also, please consider to subscribe if you haven't already, and take a look on my channel for even more great tutorials. And until next time, stay creative and bye bye.